I made my first game in 10 days for a game jam. For those of you who don't know, a game jam is an event where you are given a certain amount of time to complete a game along a given theme. So, I decided to participate in the Vim Jam 2 game jam. The requirement was boss with a theme of on the edge. I thought about what I wanted to make, and after a while, I came up with this idea. You're an employee and your boss gives you jobs to do, but doesn't show you any appreciation. I then made a Trello list with all the things I wanted to add and opened up a new Unity project and created a top-down movement script. And now it's time to start building the areas for the tasks. I started creating the vent area, but it's looking boring right now. So let's spawn some enemies. I did this by making a simple script to instantiate some enemies when a player has collided with a trigger collider and use the boolean to check if the enemies have already been spawned. If I didn't do this, the player would be able to spawn enemies multiple times. But I don't know how to make the enemies actually attack the player. So I searched it up on Google and found this tutorial by Blackthorn Prod. After following his tutorial, the enemies are now working, but the player has zero way to fight back. So let's give him a weapon. Now a gun is added and he can kill enemies. Two days have gone by and I have added very little to the game, so it's time to speedrun. I made the kill two birds with one bullet task. I made a forest scene where you collect 3 items. I also made a script that switches between weapons using a tutorial by Brackies. I made the vault area, and if you touch the lasers they kill you. You'll have to use an ability that makes you invincible for 2 seconds to pass this level. After creating the basic layouts of the tasks, I made the boss room. Most of the programming is done, so now it's time to work on some art. I forgot to record this, but I also created some tile sets and some furniture. A few days have gone by where I couldn't work on the game, and now there's only 2 days left, so it's time to speedrun. Here's the boss room I finished. I made a walk animation for the player, which for some odd reason the walk animation doesn't play when the player moves side to side on the x-axis. Here was a layout for the forest, bird shooting, the vent, and the vault. And with all that done, it's time for sound. I started creating some sound effects using SFXR and some music using Chrome's Music Lab. I know absolutely nothing about music theory, so all the tracks sound terrible. I also made some dialogue using a tutorial by Blackthorn Prod and modified it to allow me to transition between scenes. I forgot to record this as well, but on the last day of the jam I made a boss fight. But it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. But with 12 minutes left on the clock, I submitted the game. Let's analyze what happened here. I didn't have a lot of time to work on the game, so it turned out very bad. I'll try to spend more time per day on my next game jam. I don't think I'm ready for anything under a week though. I appreciate the feedback I got from people who played, but I think they were being way too nice. I came 258th place. I expected to be this low on the list, and that's okay. It just means I'll have to do way better on the next game jam. And with all the things I learned, I'm confident I will. Anyway, thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time.